Hi Pisces, welcome to your monthly reading for November 2023. If you would like to book a personal reading to get your own individual and specific message, then please go to the description box below the video. You can either send me an email or visit the brand new Etsy shop that I've set up. To be honest, Etsy is the easiest way to make the booking, and there are also discounts on all of the readings there. As usual, you're welcome to like, share or comment on the video, and you are also welcome to subscribe to the channel as well. So the books you can see here in front of you are from the Oracle decks that I'm going to be using for today's reading. So you may already know it's Scorpio season, beginning of November. So this book here, the Myths and Mermaids book, I wanted to use this deck actually for last week's weekly check-in readings, and those are already available to watch if you want to check that out. But I felt really drawn to it, and I kept saying, oh, I want to use it, but I'm not sure. Maybe wait and leave it for the November readings. And then I realised actually it's the Oracle of the Water deck, isn't it? And Scorpio is a water season. So that makes sense of why I felt drawn to it, but wasn't quite ready the previous week. So Scorpio is a sign that you probably know is known to be deep. It's about death, rebirth, transformation. It brings up what's hidden, or there are secrets, but there are things to be discovered that are hidden. So that's why I picked the Heal Yourself deck, because it goes deep and it's quite spiritual. Scorpio is quite spiritual as well. So I thought the Angels and Ancestors deck would be a good accompaniment to the reading. So let's get into your reading now. And we'll first of all get you an oracle card that will be like your main theme or focal point for the month of November. So what does Pisces need to know? What does Pisces need to know for November? Anything for Pisces? Okay, yep, that. 2 cards. You have inner child, and you also have procrastination. So let's also get you a Angels and Ancestors card as well. So what else does Scorpio need to know as their main theme or focal point for November? Okay. You have embrace the energy of peace and lady, enjoy growth and reap rewards. So I'm going to get your main theme also from the tarot now. So I can definitely see a connection between the inner child card and the embracing the energy of peace and procrastination and enjoy growth and reap rewards. But we'll see what the tarot cards say. So it's the main theme for Pisces from the tarot deck. What do we need to know for Scorpio? Pisces. I think it's because I was talking about Scorpio season, or there may be relevance. I'm not going to take this, but I will show you what it is. It's the Ace of Cups. Okay, so what is Pisces' main theme? Nope. Still doesn't feel right. It's the Tower and the Four of Swords. Pisces' main theme. Yeah. Yep, okay, justice. Okay, I'm still getting a no. I don't know why, but I'm still getting a no in my head when I take the cards out. Let's try one more time. I'm just going to shuffle them again. We will get there eventually, but if it doesn't feel right, then I'm not going to take it, because then I'm just going to give a false reading, or it's not going to make sense, is it? Right, that's a yes. And that is actually a Piscean card, the Knight of Cups. So, right. So that's the main theme for you. So you may be procrastinating on a dream of some sort, or a heart's desire, potentially. Let's get your energy specifically within this. So yeah, you might be procrastinating. Four of Pentacles would be like the epitome of procrastination, or if not procrastination, just like very much resistance, avoidance, not moving, not doing anything. Anything else? So we're looking at now the external or surrounding energies for you. No, try again. Yeah, okay. So I'll take the ones that fell. Some more wanted to come out, but I'll look at this. So, oh yeah. Ace of Pentacles, Three of Wands. That's an opportunity. That's something that you might have been trying to manifest or wanting to manifest, because the Three of Wands for me is often a card of manifestation, and then Ace of Pentacles is an opportunity, isn't it? So let's look at any past energies around this. That didn't feel right. See, I'm procrastinating now with these cards and in deciding whether anything feels right or not. Let's try once more. Again. Past energies, please. I'm not usually this indecisive. It has happened in another reading. I think it was last week, or it could have been this week actually, but I'm not usually this indecisive when the cards are coming out. Still doesn't feel right. Sorry, Pisces. So past energy, please. There we go. Thank you. And that actually did want to come out with the Hermit. The Hermit's still there. It wanted to come out with the Hermit before. So there we go. At last, let's do the current energy. Right. Yep. Emperor. Potential future energy. Yep. Eight of Swords, Queen of Swords. And let's do the advice for you as well. That's a definite yes as well. Seven of Wands. Okay, we got there in the end. So let's look at all of the cards you've got. So what am I going to read? Right. I'm not going to read Lady, Enjoy Growth and Reap Rewards. That's like the Empress card in the tarot. It's about abundance. It's pretty self-explanatory. Embrace the energy of peace. Do I want to look at that one? I don't think so. I'm going to look at procrastination and inner child. And these messages, they're not excessively long, so it's not too much to take in. So procrastination, you need to change your tune and stop putting things off to tomorrow that you can do today. You are being called to action. There have been important tasks that you have delayed, even if it is something that you don't want to do, like cleaning the house, paying the bills, looking for a job, losing weight, doing your tax, studying, etc. Now is the time to take responsibility and move forward. And you have the Emperor there, who is all about responsibility, isn't he? The point of power is always in the present. Oh, look, that is the present energy, isn't it? Past, present, future, advice. Wow, okay. And the Emperor is known for being powerful too. This card, the procrastination card, is showing you that there is an urgency for you to take action. If you are putting off something that is meaningful to you and doubting whether you can do it, the message is to have courage to face your fears and do what you love. What is the worst thing that can happen? You make a mistake. Even if you do, you will learn. Right, so let's look at the inner child card. Your inner child is urging you to lighten up a little, get out of your comfort zone and have fun. In order to be healthy, we must engage our imagination, creativity and spontaneity. When was the last time you did something spontaneous, intuitive and outrageous? When and with whom do you feel uninhibited, relaxed and completely comfortable to be yourself? Your inner child can be your strongest ally or your biggest foe. It can assist you to heal childhood pain, rejection, loneliness and abandonment. It can take you on an exciting adventure, help you become more confident, daring, original and bold, or it can make you behave in childish ways, bring up anxiety, fear and suspicion. This card beckons you to heal your childhood pain and discover your independence, compassion, creativity, talents and joy. A healthy inner child can help you connect your integrity, divinity and purity. It believes in miracles and creates magic in your life. And I feel like this embrace the energy of peace. It's like making peace with your inner child, or something about childhood there. So let's have a look at your tarot cards. Let's get the clarifying deck. So we're going to look at the Knight of Cups first as your main focal point. So to me, that is like a desire, a heart's desire, a dream, a wish. Cups can be creative, can't they? It can be to do with love as well, and relationships and emotions. So why is the Knight of Cups there? Oh, I'm so glad that flowed out easily compared to the other ones. Right, we've got the Three of Cups there. Anything else? Are you waiting for other people to help you or to be involved in something that you wanting to do? Is that where the procrastination is coming in? It's like you feel like you can't do it on your own. That's the first thing that comes to mind. Anything else? Or you feel like other people won't value it in the same way that you do because, okay, we take that since you'll take it since it fell there. Yeah, are you worried that other people won't appreciate it and value it and celebrate it with you because they don't see the same value in it that you do? And then the Hermit is a solitary card, isn't it? So that's like going off on your own path. Is it like you feel like others won't understand your chosen path or chosen dream or heart's desire? Anything else? We have Justice. I mean, it's that's justice is about fairness, isn't it? It can be about fairness. So again, relating to a fair outcome where, again, same thing, maybe you feel you can't do it on your own. Maybe you feel you are on your own and that nobody else gets it and doesn't want to help you or won't appreciate it the way you do. So it won't be fair in some way, shape or form, but you want it to be fair. Anything else? Right. So the Lovers and the King of Pentacles. So I'm going to sub-clarify the Lovers. And I'm going to try that again. That didn't quite feel right. Right, there we go. We have the Knight of Swords. Anything else? Knight of Cups. The Two of Pentacles. The Nine of Swords and the Page of Wands. That feels like the back and forth. It's like the back and forth between of deciding whether or not to go for what you want. So that could be the procrastination there with the Two of Pentacles and the Nine of Swords. But there is a desire there. I mean, the Lovers, it's connecting to what you love, choosing what you love. And then the Knight of Cups is there again. The Knight of Swords, it's what's true to you, what you want to express. And the Page of Swords is, sorry, not swords, Wands is one who wants to sort of go off, explore, go off on his path, have his own adventure. There can be an element of spirituality here with the Wands. But as I say, this is like a bit of a back and forth of, again, the procrastination of whether or not to go for what you love. Let me do the King of Pentacles as well. So the King, again, procrastination. The King of Wands represents the ability and capability that we all have to build the life that we want, whether it's financially, in terms of money, in terms of career, status, home, legacy even. It's the capability, but with the Eight of Wands there, it's like being held back, isn't it? Or holding back from moving forward, from progressing. Okay. Yeah, this is holding back. They're all in reverse. So the Eight of Wands is the movement, it's the progression. Six of Wands is a going off on a journey and moving towards something. And then the Six of Pentacles is where you give to something, and they're all in reverse. So it's like the capability is there, but there's no movement. So clearly there's a heart's desire here, but there's procrastination. And as I say, it looks like it's either because you feel like you can't do it alone and it's like you're kind of waiting for other people to help or be involved somehow, or you feel like is it like asking kind of, is it worth it because other people won't appreciate it or understand it? So let's put these back in the deck. Maybe the inner child here, it's something to do with confidence, possibly, or identity even, where that's where the doubt comes from, and that's where you might need to make peace if there's some sort of inner child wounding which sort of makes you feel like you're not good enough or you're not capable or something. So the heart's desire, as I said, it can be anything from the desire for a relationship, the desire to create something artistically, the desire to go for a specific career path, education, friendships, even community, moving to another country. It could literally be anything. It's whatever's relevant to you. And I thought I'd put all of the clarifiers away then, but I haven't. Right, let's look at the Four of Pentacles. So that's your energy specifically, and that's the procrastination, isn't it? The holding back. Do you feel like you don't have enough money financially? And money financially, that doesn't even make sense. But we've got the Six of Pentacles there. So it is possible that whatever it is that the heart's desire, because the Two of Cups for me, that represents the heart's desire. It's the thing that you want to connect to. Whatever emotion you have for it and whatever you put into it, you get a similar feeling back, like a feeling of satisfaction, regardless of whether it is a thing or a person. It's mutual. And Six of Pentacles is also a card of you. So do you feel like you're not going to get equal give and take? There won't be equal give and take if you invest in this, so you're sort of holding on. And again, I did mention money, so it could be something that requires a financial investment. Pentacles are also time and energy and effort, aren't they? And that's involved in financial issues and in relationships as well. We give our time, effort and energy, and sometimes our finances in relationships too. But it looks like maybe you feel like there won't be equal give and take, possibly. You have the Eight of Wands. Strength is sideways, but I'm going to keep it upright. And then you have the World. So that's where you have the courage to go into a new cycle. I feel like travel might be involved. Oh yeah, because you've got the Eight of Wands and the World. There could be travel involved with this somehow. Let's get something for the Eight of Wands, and I think I'll do the World as well. So we've got, yeah, that's where you feel like you don't have enough, isn't it, for me, in reverse, especially with that Four of Pentacles. So whether it's that you don't have enough money, you don't have enough to give, you don't have enough energy, something. Maybe you don't feel like you're stable enough. You know, like sometimes with relationships, people feel that they are not stable enough or mature enough to go into a relationship. But then how do you learn that? By actually doing it. You go into the relationship and then you learn as you go, and there's no guarantee that it will turn out right or that it will work, but you can't learn how to be in a relationship on your own. That's one thing I've learned. Yeah, you just have to have the experience and learn as you go, and then if it doesn't work, then be grateful for the experience and move on to the next one and try again. Anything else for that Eight of Wands? That's being unwilling to take a risk, is what the Seven of Swords feels like, because again, it feels like maybe you feel like you're not enough. Maybe that's an inner child wound of not feeling like you're enough. Okay, just bear with me for that one. So that was in reverse. It was the Four of Wands. Yeah, I was saying before that maybe you don't feel, I can't remember my exact term, but it's stable enough, I think it was. Maybe you don't feel like you're stable enough or have a solid enough foundation to move forward, to progress. And you may not, but what can you do to work on that? If that's how you feel, is there anything you can do to change that? Let's look at the World. So this is giving vibes. I'm not saying this is the exact situation, but one example, like say if you wanted to move to another country, to live in another country, but you didn't have savings or you didn't have a job that pays very well, that would be why you would feel like you don't have enough and not willing to take a risk, because it's like, well, I want to move, but what the hell, how can I do it? I've got nothing to build with. And there probably are means and ways. It might not be a conventional way that you would think of, but can you investigate? Like if that was what you wanted to do, could you do voluntary work in another country, or what are the other options? Where can you go for advice to get to get information on that. And that's just one example. Let's look at the world. I think it's because the travel thing is coming up here, so that's why I'm saying that. So you have the Magician, again, that's holding back. It's saying that you have the ability, but you have to use it if you want to move forward. And then even if you don't have all of the resources you need, then where can you get them, or how can you get help to get them? That's a lot. I'm not going to take that. That was too many. Anything else with that World card? This can be a lack of confidence as well, where you don't feel like you're capable. Okay, we've got the Seven of Cups and the Hanged Man. You might feel like something's too complicated, actually. That's what I'm getting from the Seven of Cups and the Hanged Man. You could very well feel like you can't do it because it just feels far too complicated. Okay. Let's put those away. So, yep. So your energy, specifically energy of holding back. You may feel like you don't have enough. Feel like you're not stable or secure enough, and you're not willing to take a risk. And it may be something that feels really complicated to do. And travel could be involved potentially. Let's look at the external energy. So this is the opportunity, isn't it? Either it's the energy that's pushing you to pursue an opportunity, or you've been trying to manifest something, or it's the opportunity that is present, and it's up to you to make it work, isn't it? Because opportunities can come to us, but that doesn't guarantee that we can make it work or use it to its highest potential. It's up to us once it's there. And I think that's the point about manifestation. And I'm no manifestation expert. In fact, I try to not think about it too much, because I feel like if you think about it too much, it just stresses you out. But I think that the whole point of manifestation is that you put in the effort mentally, physically, spiritually, even emotionally, to create the opportunity. And then once the opportunity is there, it's not that it's magically there and everything's perfect. It's that, yeah, well, the universe may assist you in gaining the opportunity based on your efforts, and then you have to make the opportunity work. I feel that's probably what manifestation is more about than anything else, and that's coming from someone who just who's not that into it, to be honest. So let's look at the Ace of Pentacles, Three of Wands, the external energy for you. So we've got the Page of Swords. That's a lot. I'm not going to take that. That is like 5. Is that 5 cards or 6 cards or something? Try that again. So with the Page of Swords coming up, it might be an energy around you of you pushing you to explore the opportunities potentially, or maybe you're even learning how to manifest. That's coming up as well. Or needing to learn how to manifest because of the procrastination card that's there. We're going to take that. I think that Judgment card did come out again. For me, Judgment can be answering a calling, and then especially with the Page of Swords, where it's like exploration. It could be an energy around you that's sort of wanting you to answer the call of a particular opportunity, and you've got the opportunity again there with the Ace of Pentacles. And as I say, the opportunity, you'll know what that is. That's specific to your situation. Could be a financial aspect, as I've said, because there is so much. There've been a lot of pentacles here. So it seems like it's something physical, but even with relationships, I mean, yes, relationships are based on emotion, but then to make them work, you have to put in physical effort, don't you? So anything else? Anything else? Okay, and I've lost one on the floor. So we have the 8 of Pentacles and the Knight of Cups. And that's what I was saying about if you'd, in terms of manifestation, just based on my beliefs, I'm not an expert. The opportunity, you sort of help co-create with the universe. The opportunity is created, and then it's the effort that you put in to I don't know, I'm getting keep the dream alive with the Knight of Cups. Okay, keep the dream alive. So I'm just grabbing this other card that has fallen. Okay, and then we have the Three of Swords. So let me see why that's there. That could be a projection of fear, of disappointment, or getting hurt. Sometimes, I guess, the Knight of Cups and the Three of Swords together as well can feel like a bit of a pipe dream, where it's like, it's a bit of a, maybe, you know, like sometimes if you have a dream and you feel like, oh, I'm just deluding myself, I'm never going to be able to achieve that kind of energy. And it's not that you absolutely cannot achieve it, it's just that feeling, that worry that, oh, I don't know about this. Okay, Knight of Cups, Three of Swords, sorry, Three of Swords, not the Knight of Cups, just the Three of Swords. Yeah, that may be the childhood, if there's any inner child or childhood wounding where you feel like you're not enough or not good enough or something, with that page coming up with the Three of Swords. And that could be contributing to the procrastination if you've got any doubts and feeling like you're not good enough or anything. We've got the Wheel of Fortune there. I think that's kind of saying that you get to decide. Just because you fear something's not going to work, it doesn't mean it isn't going to work. And you get to change how you think and feel about things as well, don't you? Does anything come out there? No. You've got the Seven of Cups and the Queen of Swords. So yeah, that's like a lack of confidence. The Queen of Swords upside down for me feels like a lack of confidence in your truth of who you are. And then you've got the Seven of Cups in reverse. So the Seven of Cups, it can be a card of dreams, like aspirations. It can be connected to confusion as well. With it being upside down with the Queen of Swords, it's giving that pipe dream type energy again. If this is a dream and you're supposed to be looking at all the perspectives upright, in reverse, it's like, what's the point kind of energy. But you have the power to change things. You can explore something and then you decide if it's worthwhile and can work or not. So I'm going to put these away. So I think these were the main ones, weren't they? Let's look at that High Priestess as the past energy. So the High Priestess as the past energy. I'll get some clarifiers. I've got an idea, but let's see what that tells us. Why is the High Priestess there as the past energy? Okay. Yeah, I feel that's where you realized what you were drawn to, what you were attracted to. Because the Queen of Wands, she's said to be very attractive. It may be that you realized that you wanted to do something in particular or shine your own light in a particular way. But it's that sense of knowing, isn't it? It's when you get the realization, I feel. That light bulb moment, I think, is what I would call it. So you've got the Seven of Pentacles in reverse, the Tower in reverse. God, that's making me feel that you may have had doubts for quite a long time, to be honest. And I suppose if it's an inner child wound, then that would make sense. But it's like you get the light bulb moment and you're like, yep, now I get it, that's what I want to do, that's what I'm meant to do. But Seven of Pentacles upright, it's sort of questioning, is something worth my time and energy and effort, and about putting in effort. In reverse, it's like giving no effort and probably feeling that it's not worth it. Let me get something after the Tower. I would say it's because you're avoiding having something falling apart. You know, like when you get people who are emotionally unavailable. I always get that mixed up. Emotionally unavailable. So they avoid relationships. Like they might meet someone and have really strong feelings for someone, but because they're emotionally unavailable, or they don't want to make themselves emotionally available, they're like, you know what, they're very attracted to the person, but they're like, you know, I'm not even going to bother getting involved with them too heavily. Like they might go on one date or or have a one night stand with them or something, but they will absolutely refuse to go any deeper than that because they have a fear of being hurt or something, so they just want to avoid the tower. They want to avoid it falling apart, so they avoid it altogether. That's one example. Or if you wanted to pursue a certain career path and you just thought you were so worried about things falling apart and not going your way and getting hurt that you're like, I'm not even going to put the effort in it. I'm just gonna get another job that just gives me money and stability, that I don't give a shit about because I don't want my dream to fall apart. That's the kind of energy I'm getting from that. But there's the sense of knowing there. And with that sense of knowing from the High Priestess, it's a sense of knowing that you can't avoid. You might be able to pretend and try to ignore it, but it's there. It's in you. You can't get rid of that once it's there. So anything else? After the Tower, please. Yep, that's that fear of disappointment, isn't it? Fear of disappointment, but the sense of knowing is already there, so you can't unknow it now. Once you get the spark for it, yeah, you can't unknow it. So I will leave that there. I feel I've got enough from that. We've got the Emperor here in the present energy, and this is like it's kind of encouragement to take charge, take the lead, stop procrastinating. Because the Emperor, he gets on with it, doesn't he? He gets the job done. He takes charge. What do we need to know about this Emperor? I mean, you could be, I was going to say you might be coming towards that or starting to feel that way. I mean, with the surrounding energy being the Ace of Pentacles and Three of Wands pushing you, maybe you are leaning more towards that. Maybe you are going to start to shift out of that Four of Pentacles and going towards the Emperor sort of energy. With the Page of Pentacles there, that's been willing to plant a seed, even if you don't have much. There's a willingness there, isn't there? And then you can build towards this. Maybe this is what you aspire to, this Emperor energy. Maybe you want to be your own boss. Or start your own company. So Page of Pentacles. That's where you choose the path. It's like you have the seed that you want to plant and then you are choosing the path. Or you have the opportunity to choose the path. But here we get the procrastination, potentially the defensiveness, and you've got a burden there with that. I mean, that would be a burden, wouldn't it? Let's clarify the Seven of Wands on its own. So we've got that High Priestess again, that sense of knowing that you can't escape from. Oh, it's like I often feel with some of these Seven of Wands cards, I would say this one in particular, and probably from some of the other decks like the Thelema or the Arcanum or Arcanum, however you say it, they're protecting something sacred. It's almost like you're protecting what you know, but to the point of defensiveness potentially. Yeah, so that's a self-sabotage. I mean, with these particular cards, it is self-sabotage. I mean, it could be that you feel that other people are going to be critical of of what your dream is or what your heart's desire is, so you could be protecting it against that as well. But that in itself is self-sabotaging, isn't it? If you're holding yourself back because you have fear of what other people are going to think or say. So we have the Sun and we have the... Yeah, again, it looks like it's a fear of disappointment and of things falling apart and of getting hurt, because the Sun would be where, I mean, that can be about potential, but it's also where you bring things out into the light, isn't it? But then you've got the Nine of Wands, he's someone who's been wounded, he's been in a battle, so it's like you sort of fear, you're being defensive and protective towards what you know your heart's desire is, because you probably fear that if you bring it out into the light, you're going to get hurt with it. Okay. But there is a need, if you're not already shifting towards this Emperor type of energy of taking the lead and building and creating and taking charge, I would say that's what you need to do. So we've got the Eight of Swords and Queen of Swords as the potential future energy. So for me, potential future energy, yes, it can be where you are headed based on what's going on now. It can give you a heads up on what you need to work on in the future and how to prepare. But let's see what comes up for that. So you, again, Queen of Swords with the Eight of Swords, it's holding back your truth, isn't it? if you continue to procrastinate and don't sort of find a way to make peace, you're unable to make peace with whatever inner child wounding might be impacting things, then it's like you're going to continue to hold your truth back, isn't it? The truth of what you know, the truth of what your heart's desire is. So Empress. So as I said, the lady card kind of represents them. You've got two cards of nurturing here, the Empress and the Queen of Pentacles. The Empress is creative and abundant energy as well. The Queen of Pentacles is about nurturing, self-worth, self-value, and value and worth in general as well. Like she knows what she values. Again, it's that energy of knowing. It's like you know what you feel, you know what you want, but you're just keeping it in a prison, basically. It's like you're kind of keeping it in a prison in your head. Like your head is the prison, you're just keeping it there and in your heart and not letting it out. Five of Wands, that would be it's the challenge, it's the conflict, isn't it, of wanting something, and that's inside. If you're holding something inside that you want to do, I said it in the last reading, I believe, it's like energy. I said you can't unknow it. Once you know what you want and you have that feeling for it, it's energy that's stuck within you, and it's like if you don't do anything with it, then it feels like a battle inside of you. It's like it has to go somewhere, you have to do something with it somehow, and maybe not the exact same thing that you wanted to, but it's energy that has to go somewhere, otherwise it's in you. And it's I'm getting like an image of, like, I don't know, like if you had an energy ball inside of you and it's like shifting around in your body, and it would be very, very uncomfortable, and you'd want to get it out of you, but then it's like if you're procrastinating and holding back and holding it in, it can't get out. You've got to help release it. So we've got the Nine of Swords, that's the anxiety, again from holding back, isn't it, really? So again, the Magician can be a card of confidence, and it's like the confidence to express it. Can you gather the confidence to express it? You have the capability, and if you don't have the capability, then to actually do it, you have the capability to find help or resources to do it, to express it. But yeah, the challenge in the future is holding it in, but you could change that now. The point was, it in the card that one of the cards that I read for you, I think it was the procrastination card. I've done like 3 readings today, so forgive me if I can't remember everything that was in the oracle card books, but there was something about the point of power. Yeah, it was this one, wasn't it, with the Emperor energy. The point of power is in the present, isn't it? So if you want to not go into the future, still holding back your truth, still knowing what you know and what your heart wants, but you can't unknow it, but you're not going to do anything about it, then can you gather the confidence to figure out how to express it, or how to overcome the challenges or fears or doubts or confidence issues or whatever, so that you can express it? Can you do that? I will get something for the Five of Wands. I'm not sure why. Actually, no, I'm not going to, because we're moving on to the advice, so that will help us to figure out if there is anything else that can be helpful here. So Seven of Wands, I mean, I feel that's like standing up for yourself. This particular one is more about standing up for something than protecting something sacred and, you know, being defensive and resistant. So standing up for yourself, standing up for your heart's desires, standing up for what you know. So Seven of Wands. Six of Swords, that's where you go towards peace, isn't it? That's where you probably need to make peace with whatever issues you have that are holding you back. And I'm not saying it's an easy thing to do, but at the very least, the starting point is to acknowledge it and be willing to do something about it, isn't it? Being willing to take action with the Seven of Wands, in first of all addressing what's holding you back, and then getting past that to do what you have to do. Yeah, bringing peace. You've got 2 cards relating to peace, harmony, calm. Another card to do with peace, 4 of Swords. It's where you're resting, recovering. That can be healing. So you've got 3 cards here relating to peace, and then you've got that one to do with peace as well. Restoring peace. I would say it's about restoring peace or making peace with whatever it is you need to make peace with, so that you can actually have the energy and the resilience and the power to achieve your heart's desire. Anything else? Seven of Cups and Ten of Pentacles. Right, so the Ten of Pentacles would be the abundance. That would be the heart's desire. And this card has come up in every reading I've done so far, I think, for the month. And I've said abundance is not just money. Yes, it can be money. It can be to do with owning a home. It can be career, it can be status. Abundance means different things to different people. It can also be family, as in the relationships you have with family. Abundance could be a romantic relationship, a marriage. It can be about having children. It can be about friend groups, being part of a community. There are many different things that are abundant for people. For me, I think there are lots of things that mean abundance to me. Having the privilege of being able to have days off work and rest feel like abundance to me, and not worry about anything, that feels like abundance. Having a home, it may not be the biggest, richest home I have, but it's comfortable for me. Like, I've made it comfortable, and that feels very abundant. Even just my bedroom, I've always had a thing with bedrooms, where bedrooms are my sanctuary. And I think if I lived in a house and somebody said to me, right, you can only have one room in the whole house to yourself, but you have to share every other room, the bedroom. And even if it was that I could only have one room in general in a house, I would happily just have a bedroom and nothing else. Yeah, because bedrooms, it's the sanctuary, isn't it? So, right. So Seven of Cups is where that would be where you are willing to address everything, that's standing in the way. So you address what you know, you address what the heart's desire is, and the blockages towards it as well, looking at the different perspectives with the Seven of Cups. If you have any doubts about why you feel like it's not worth pursuing a dream, then you're looking at that too, about why you feel that way. And this is the advice. So we've got the Three of Pentacles. I mean, that would be about how you bring things together, make things work, isn't it? So it's looking at the perspective of how do you make something come together? What do you need to do? What will it take? And that includes overcoming any wounding that makes you feel like you're not good enough, that you can't do it. So Nine of Pentacles, again, is a card of confidence. It can be a card of independence too. I mean, I did mention earlier, you may feel that it's something you can't do on your own, or that if you do it, you're on your own to do it, but other people are just not going to give it the respect and acknowledgement or appreciate it the way you will. So that could play into things as well. It could be something about a desire for independence too, potentially. But you would be, with the Seven of Cups here and the High Priestess, it would be delving into that sense of knowing and fully acknowledging that as well. So I'll leave that there, and I'll get you a final oracle card. So let's see if there's any more advice for Pisces from Myths and Mermaids. And this is actually probably a good deck for Pisces, because Pisces, obviously it's a water sign, and you're known for sort of having a great imagination. So you would think of Pisces being into myths and mermaids and all of that sort of thing, wouldn't you? It does feel like a Piscean deck. I mean, as I say, I picked it for Scorpio season, Scorpio readings, because it's a water deck, but it does feel very Piscean. Anyway, what's the final bit of advice for Pisces for November? And of course, it hits the candle, and I'm lucky that it didn't set on fire then. So I think you're about the third or fourth sign where the card has hit the candle. I think they must be made from flame-resistant materials, because so far, touch wood, none of them have set on fire when they've hit the candle, and it has happened a lot. So, right, we have mermaid with a baby alligator. So I'll put that there, and I'll get the book. So it's number 5. I like this message already. It says, a bathing beauty keeps a close watch over her baby. A thick-skinned, striped alligator hatchling. The young reptile's sharp teeth and rough exterior are in sharp contrast to its mistress's delicate loveliness. The divination message says, remember your resilience. Life can be tough, and lately things have been taking their toll. Yet in spite of everything, you are doing all right. You are not just a victim of your circumstances, you are a survivor. Like the alligator, you have the courage, strength and hardiness to deal with any challenge and to handle life's setbacks with renewed determination. You have been blessed with all the tools necessary to maintain a sense of well-being, be it patience, faith, or even a sense of humour in the face of adversity. You have what it takes to remain resilient, even though the tough times will not be going away anytime soon. Focus on your resilience and you will come out stronger. And one of the meanings I didn't say that I usually say for the Seven of Wands is resilience as well, actually. So that does fit nicely with the advice. So the antithesis message says, accept your vulnerability. No one likes the idea of rejection or abandonment, and it is only natural to try to build a wall of armor to minimize your risk of getting hurt. But remember, sometimes you need to be vulnerable to trust that others will honor, respect, and love the authentic you. By letting down your guard, you will open your heart and welcome the opportunity to grow as a person. Yeah, I'd pay attention to the first line of the antithesis. No one likes the idea of rejection or abandonment, and it is only natural to try to build a wall of armor to minimize your risk of getting hurt, because that has come up quite a lot. But maybe part of your inner child wounding is, or the peace that you need to make with the inner child is accepting vulnerability as well. But hopefully the message was helpful to you and you got something useful from it. Thank you for watching the video. Again, if you'd like to book a personal reading and get your own specific individual message, then see the description box. As I've said, Etsy is the easiest way to book the reading, and there are also discounts on my... Feel free to like, share or comment on the video, and as usual, you're welcome to subscribe to the channel. But until the next reading, take care.